Hello everyone, this is Robin with mypinkstamper.com, and today I'm going to show you a quick Imagine video using the Cricut Imagine. And so this is actually part of my Pink Imagination or my Pink Imagine Wednesday series that I started last year. Took a little break from that, but I thought I'd do a really quick one for you. I'm going to show you a little tip and trick that I've discovered using the Imagine and any Imagine cartridge. So I'm actually in the process of doing this trick that I'm going to show you with all of the Imagine cartridges that I own. And so what I love, one of the things that I love about the Imagine is that you can print it. And if you're anything like me, you use a ton of, scrapbook paper or whatnot. So I'm going to show you how to use it, do this tip with Hey Diddle Diddle. Hey Diddle Diddle is, let's see right here. It is an art cartridge. But the art cartridges, although you see the images on the front and what they can cut, they also come with an assortment of pattern paper. And this comes with 20 patterns, which I think is awesome. But what I don't want to have to do is pull down my Cricut Imagine cartridges every single time, or if I'm going to a crop, I don't want to have to lug around my big box if I don't have to, or my books if I don't have to. So what I'm going to show you is how to travel, or how to have your cardstock samples, your patterns ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut each of these little samples out. Each of these little cardstock, or I can't even talk. Each of these patterned paper, we're going to cut them at about 2.5 inches. And I'm going to show you how to do that on the Imagine. We're just going to print them and cut them so they're ready to go. And I'll show you what we'll do with them after. So let's go ahead and set up our Imagine machine and get these patterns plugged in. Alright, here's my Cricut Imagine screen. Now, when you open up your screen, when you turn on your machine, you'll have the option of print paper. So if you just want to print a whole 12 by 12 sheet of any of your patterns, you can go ahead and go to the print paper. We're going to go to the print and cut section, and we're actually going to use one of the images that is on, I haven't even put in my cartridge. I need to put in my Imagine cartridge, that would really help. Okay, so the Imagine cartridges go on the right, and the Cricut cartridges right, and the Cricut cartridges go on the left, the regular Cricut. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and use just the stock photos that you just saw. So if you press on this little icon right here, the third one over out of the three. Let's see, actually I meant the middle one. I meant the middle one, you know what I meant, right? Okay, so let's slide this over, and we're going to use just the simple, there's a square right here, and it has, it's just, very basic. So we're going to go ahead and edit this. So it's, let's say, about 2.5 inches. I think that's a pretty good size. So let's go in here. I added it. I meant to hit the little crayon icon, pencil icon. Okay, we're going to start with the first pattern. So go ahead and press this pattern here. And we're going to do, it's already set to 2.5, and we're going to apply it. So this is where it gets super easy. Now we're going to add another one, and we're going to edit it, and all you need to do is just click on the next pattern over, apply it. So you kind of get the picture, right? We're going to do this with all of them, the different 20 patterns. So I'm not going to show you all of them. I will fast forward to where I have them on the screen, show you how to get those on the screen. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll show you what we do next. I'm going to show you a quicker step. I just realized as I'm doing this, you don't need to hit the plus first. All you need to do is hit the little pencil right here. And then you can go click on your next pattern and hit apply. So it saves you a step. Really easy. It was already added up there. So go ahead and just press your pencil and then the next image that you need and apply. Alright? Now I have all 20 patterns up here in the top of my screen. And I'm going to press my next button right here, or next icon. And now you'll see here, do you see how it only shows 4 on my mat? Well, if you look down here, it says 2 of 2. So I can go back, and this will show you 1 of 2. So it's going to take 2 mats, which is really nice, because all you need to do is load each mat separately, and it will go ahead and print and cut each of the mats. You don't have to start all over with your second mat, what's going to fit, what's not going to fit. that kind of looks like a little patchwork quilt. So we're going to go ahead, and I have my paper right here. I'm going to zoom out for you guys. And I am going to load this into my machine. Okay, we're going to load this. You're not going to see this down here, but we're just going to load this into the machine where it says insert mat here. Oh, mine is coming up. Okay, insert mat here. And you just press your next right here again. Press next and press go, and you have to apply light pressure and your mat will kind of pick up. So this is going to take a couple minutes, and it's going to print it and cut it, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what it's going to look like and what we're going to do with it after. Alright, so my machine just spit out page 1, and so I'll just walk you through it step by step. Okay, now look at how my alignment is very good. Sometimes your screen or blade will need to be calibrated, and that is if it's showing some white. If you've cut it and it's showing more white than it's supposed to be, this one's not supposed to be showing any white, so it's not. So if it was, you would need to recalibrate your machine, and you go into your menu setting right here, up here. Anyway, I can't even see my screen. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just peel all these off, and I'm going to go ahead and load my second paper, and I'll show you how to do that right now. Now I'm ready to load my second paper, page 2. Now if you'll look at my screen, you'll notice that it says go. So say also apply light pressure. So this is for the second page. It's ready to go. You don't need to hit anything else, and it'll cut your second or third or fourth, however many pages that you have for your project. And look just how easy that was. It just spit it out. Now I have all 20 of my little sample cards. Now I'll show you what I'm going to do with them. I want to point out something, that when you're using the Imagine, if you are filling in with a pattern, if it's a big, the bigger it is, the pattern's going to be bigger. So the pattern scales down when you're using it in a smaller piece. But if you use the new Cricut Craft Room that's online, it's almost available to everyone. It might be available to everyone right now, I'm not sure, but it will be shortly. And you can scale your patterns on the Cricut Craft Room, so you don't have to always use the smaller pattern on a smaller image. You can use the bigger scale if you'd like. Okay, so let's finish this up. I'll show you what I'm going to do with my little cards. Now these are the 3 things that you'll need to make these little sample packs for yourself, I guess, or whatever you want to call them. This is just one cartridge right here, and I'm using one of these rings. I think they're called, I don't know what they're called. I almost said jump ring, but I think that's a jewelry ring. I don't know, I'm getting these confused. You can get these at Walmart, practically anywhere. They just open and they shut, they go on your key ring or whatever. So you can fit probably 4 or 5 different cartridges, maybe more, on one of these rings. I mean, possibly as many, as you can fit on there. What I'm also going to do, but I'm not going to do this on camera because I don't have it set up, is I'm going to label. I'm just going to use my labels from my printer, and I'm going to put the name of the cartridge on probably just the first one, or possibly you could do it on all of them if you wanted to do that, or just make sure you put something in between so you can tell when a new cartridge begins. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm using my Crocodile here. Crocodile is really cool, especially if you like working with eyelets. This has an eyelet setter on here, and it has punches and all sorts. So we're going to use the bigger punch here, the big punch right here. It's just on the side. And it took me a while to figure out how to use my Crocodile. Okay, the good thing about the Crocodile is you can, punch more than one at a time. Now I don't know if this is too many. We'll find out shortly. Okay, I'm just going to press that in there and pull it. See, that was super easy. Look at that. And I've got a nice little punch. And I'm going to do the same thing. Make sure I'm doing it the right way. I don't know if there's a right and wrong way on this one. Okay, I'm going to do this corner over here. I think a little bit is sticky from my mat. There we go. Sticking on there. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. Just stick it in here. And I'm going to punch it. It might not be perfectly lined up with the others, but it's okay. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take my little ring, stick it through here, and close this. Now look at that. So when I'm in the mood, if I want to create and I realize, oh, I don't have you're feeling like you don't have any pattern paper. Sometimes I'm like, I don't have any pattern paper, but I know I do. I have a ton. But if I wanted to make my own custom, what I can do is just grab my ring without pulling down every Cricut cartridge, and I can look at individually what every pattern paper is on my Cricut Imagine that I can actually print out myself, as many as I'd like. And so that was my cute little, quick little Imagine Wednesday tutorial. Hope you guys have a fabulous week. Bye.